Heavy diesel exhaust fills the cabin. You grip a cracked polyurethane steering wheel. You are exactly 22 years old. Level 1 Courier. Look. Cinematic cartel myths are useless here. Armored convoys do not exist. Machine guns are irrelevant. You manage a transnational supply chain. You understand absolutely none of it. A beige 2004 Honda Civic idles softly. The vehicle identification number is acid-etched. A chemical burn obscures the final 4 alphanumeric digits. Actually, the digital odometer reads exactly 142,041 miles. Right rear suspension sags by 1.2 inches. Payload alters your center of gravity. Braking distance increases by 14%. Tire pressure remains exactly 32 pounds per square inch. Here is the main thing. You carry $462,000 in raw product. Your compensation is exactly $800 per trip. Physical risk is entirely yours. 14 individual bricks hold the sealed product. Each brick weighs exactly 1.1 kilograms. Total cargo mass equals 15.4 kilograms. The alkaloid base requires specific atmospheric controls. Check the industrial vacuum seal. Transparent polyethylene wrap measures 40 microns thick. Packaging underwent a strict acetone chemical wash. Industrial ammonia wipes the exterior surface. A dual-chamber pump removes 99% of the oxygen. 40-micron plastic delays molecular odor permeation by 72 hours. Transit takes 48 hours. That remaining time margin forms your personal liability. Listen, in 14 months, this exact chemical signature becomes Exhibit A. Turn the ignition. The starter motor whines at 400 revolutions per minute. Automatic transmission engages seamlessly. Regular unleaded gasoline flows through the fuel pump. Drive north on Interstate 83. Maintain exactly 62 miles per hour. Federal speed limits dictate 65. Standard commuter traffic absorbs your vehicle. 43 designated patrol turnaround points dot the highway. Memorize every single mile marker. Both hands grip the wheel. Check the rear view mirror every 14 seconds. Smuggling is mostly waiting. Southern border checkpoints approach. Sit patiently in inspection lane 4. The engine idles for 43 minutes. Coolant temperature rises by 4 degrees. Radiator fans activate automatically. Automated license plate readers capture 60 frames per second. Infrared cameras isolate the alphanumeric sequence. Optical character recognition software operates at 99.8% accuracy. It queries the National Crime Information Center database. Treasury Enforcement Communications System checks run simultaneously. 14 federal watch lists are cross-referenced. Digital queries take 0.8 seconds. Return pings show 0 active warrants. A border agent approaches the driver window. Resting heart rate hits 92 beats per minute. He analyzes your baseline micro-expressions. Involuntary pupillary responses are checked. Roll down the safety glass. Hand over a fabricated commercial manifest. 32-pound bond paper holds the ink. A watermark mimics a registered logistics firm. Printing this cost $62 at a commercial shop. The agent takes the document. Handheld readers scan the primary barcode. Terminals process the digital data. Green lights flash on the monitor. Steel gates lift. Cross the international boundary line. Drive exactly 4 miles into the industrial city district. Navigate 3 specific one-way streets. Basic physical surveillance protocols are countered. Enter a municipal parking garage. Pull into designated spot 412. Leave the metal keys in the ignition. Walk away. Physical work is complete. Actually, Trip 7 introduces a critical mechanical anomaly. Sharp road debris strikes the undercarriage. A right rear tire blows out. Rubber shreds against the asphalt. Friction coefficients drop to 0. Pull onto the gravel shoulder. 42 minutes of transit time vanish. Designated delivery windows close rapidly. Receiving teams abort the pickup protocol. Call a local municipal tow truck. Dispatch operators arrive in 14 minutes. A quick pneumatic tire swap is required. Hydraulic jacks lift the chassis. Service fees total exactly $12. You lack exact paper cash. Hand the driver a personal credit card. Magnetic stripes slide through a mobile terminal. Banking transactions clear. That digital footprint is permanently recorded. Swap the damaged spare tire. Deliver the asset exactly 19 minutes late. Survive the physical trip. Receive your $800 via wire transfer. Look, physical transport is a peasant game. One routine traffic stop ends your life. The 1993 El Paso sector analysis proved physical couriers face a 4.2% interdiction rate. Systemic control is demanded. Local police are paid off. That does not matter anymore. You just triggered the federal database. Level 2. You are the dispatcher. Middle management tier. Touching the physical product is over. Manage 14 active courier drivers. Sit in a leased commercial office. Defunct Delaware LLCs hold the commercial lease. A deceased attorney serves as the registered agent. Monthly corporate rent is $2,200. Oversee regional asset allocation. Manage fleet route optimization software. Algorithms factor historical traffic density. Border shift change intervals are calculated. Municipal police jurisdiction boundaries are mapped. Accept a strict 3% shrinkage allowance. Coordinate 28 encrypted burner phones. Purchase prepaid SIM cards in bulk. Utilize 4096-bit RSA encryption keys. Communication routes through 3 proxy servers. Iceland, Switzerland, and Panama host these servers. Configure the satellite tracking software. Stagger GPS ping intervals to exactly 12 minutes. Calculated digital blind spots emerge. Listen. Human exhaustion remains the single weakest link in this logistical chain. You cannot account for it. Mitigate local law enforcement interference. Bribe a county sheriff. Payments are $4,500 a month. Funds transfer via offshore crypto mixers. Use the Monero privacy coin protocol. Ring signatures obscure the sender identity. Stealth addresses hide the receiver. Digital ledgers are scrubbed clean. Blockchain transactions split into 400 micropayments. Log a driver delayed route. Type the geographic data. Save the encrypted file locally. Hard drives use AES, 256-block encryption. Here is the main thing. In 26 months, a DEA forensic accountant extracts this exact cell data. Physical brute force exploits bypass the security module. Offshore accounts freeze. Clear 500 kilos monthly. Generate $12.5 million. Local police accept cash bribes. County lines hold. Massive cash volume triggers a FinCEN alert. Banking algorithms flag structured deposits. Systems detect 143 localized deposits. Each deposit is exactly $9,900. Title 31 CFR Section 1010.311 is violated. Automated software submits a suspicious activity report. Anti-money laundering protocols activate. Federal financial scrutiny begins. The IRS Criminal Investigation Division opens a file. Violence only accelerates the audit. Dissolve the local transport network. Destroy the physical hard drives. Abstract the operation entirely. Domestic routes are burned. That does not matter anymore. You just entered the global supply chain. Level 3. You are the broker. Enter the strategic blind spot. Move to international maritime logistics. Relocate your base of operations. Operate out of the port of Antwerp. Deal exclusively in bulk commercial shipping. Book a standard 20-foot TEU container. The ISO standard code is 22G1. Maximum payload capacity hits 28,200 kilograms. Container metallurgy consists of corrugated weathering steel. Bookings require 7 fabricated commercial invoices. Paperwork lists a registered Belgian seafood importer. Source 4,000 kilos of product. Hide the asset inside crates of frozen squid. Biological cargo masks the chemical signature. Refrigeration units activate. Compressors hum loudly. Squid maintains a strict thermal temperature. It holds at -18 degrees Celsius. Biological decay rates halt completely. Thermal logs are falsified. Digital ledgers reflect normal transit conditions. Navigate complex, bureaucratic corruption. Look, encrypted phones were never secure. You are compromised. Identify a compromised port customs inspector. Bribe him heavily. He receives $45,000 per cleared box. Funds move through an unregulated Hawala network. A broker in Dubai settles the ledger. The inspector inputs a security bypass code. Terminal mainframe systems are accessed. Digital records show a standard agricultural inspection. Manifests clear customs. Physical stamps are flawlessly forged. Containers receive a green status indicator. Drink a $400 glass of imported wine. Check the digital shipping manifest. Actually, the port system updated without your knowledge. Automated gantry cranes lift the metal container.
Cranes feature newly integrated load sensors. Algorithms scan the total mass. Software calculates the expected biological weight. Standard ice glazing ratios are accounted for. Historical shipper data is cross-referenced. A 0.4% weight discrepancy is flagged. The 2001 MSC Napoli incident demonstrated weight sensor accuracy. Containers are silently tagged. Databases update automatically. Physical boxes move forward. Federal investigations begin. World Customs Organization shares the anomaly data. You missed the digital variable entirely. Port bribes worked perfectly. That does not matter anymore. You just triggered an international financial audit. Level 4. You are the Phantom CEO. Apex Predator tier. Live in a private estate in Dubai. Hold a sovereign golden visa. Only touch encrypted financial spreadsheets. Manage transnational money laundering protocols. Operate 6 separate shell companies in Belize. Utilize international business company structures.
Control anonymous corporate directors. Nominee shareholders reside in Panama. Unregistered bearer shares are held. Route $44 million quarterly. Utilize Swift network routing codes. Initiate MT-103 wire transfers. Field 50A lists a fabricated corporate entity. Field 59 lists a compliant offshore trust. Funds bounce through 7 correspondent banks. Financial abstraction is absolute. Employ layer upon layer of corporate liability. Hire multinational law firms. Retain offshore accountants. Listen, the system calculates absolutely everything. Execute complex trade-based money laundering schemes. Over-invoice shipments of heavy industrial machinery. Global macroeconomics hide the illicit margins. You remain completely insulated from the physical world. Global logistics machines print money. Digital dashboards show green metrics. Profit margins exceed 42%. Control the highest tier of the hierarchy. Then the digital system breaks. Rival cartels are absent. Violent turf wars do not exist. Military interventions fail to materialize. It is a micro error from level 1. Look back at the blown tire on Interstate 83. The $12 tow truck fee. The driver used a personal credit card. Digital receipts linked directly to his real legal name. Local police arrested him on an unrelated warrant. Minor traffic violations were charged. Physical receipts were found in his wallet. Dates matched a border-crossing anomaly. He flipped during an 11-hour interrogation. Federal cooperation agreements were signed. The DEA mapped his historical GPS routes. Cellular provider data was subpoenaed. Cell tower pings matched perfectly. Encrypted local files from Level 2 were extracted. Port algorithm flags traced back to the origin. Shipping container weight discrepancies matched. Swift transfer money was followed. Belize shell company networks were penetrated. Offshore accountants surrender the server logs. Mutual legal assistance treaties compel the data transfer. Federal RICO indictments drop. Paperwork files in a New York court. Specific charges cite 18 U.S. Code Section 1956. International extradition treaties activate. Diplomatic cables transmit the arrest warrant. Private jets ground on the tarmac. Interpol flags your passport. Red notices propagate globally. You wear a $6,000 bespoke suit. You sit in a 9x9 concrete cell. Fluorescent lights hum constantly. Steel doors lock magnetically. Port bribes cleared. Corporate shell structures held. The system demands absolute zero errors. Humans produce constant mechanical errors. You built a global empire of data. The data built your cage.